2.5 years ago, it was recognized that we could take the CRISPR system out of bacteria and move it first into a test tube and then into mammalian cells and use it as a tool for genome editing. The Cas9 protein is going to make the cut in the DNA. We are correcting the sickle mutation in blood cells. So if it's a woman, their eggs are not corrected. If it's a man, the sperm is not corrected. That change will not get passed along to future generations. So they will be cured, but their children might get the disease as well. Now we need to give the cell another piece of DNA, except instead of having a T, it has an A. So why not just do it so that the disease gene never gets passed along to future generations? And there's some people out there who think that's what we should do. But we may be creating things that we can't put back into the bottle.
When we engineer gene changes into my blood or into my skin, those gene changes die with me. But the germ cells, sperm, eggs, embryos, those cells are very different. They're part of what we call the germ line. If we engineer gene changes into my sperm, they're passed to my son, they're passed to his son, and forever.
My colleagues and I wrote a fairly strongly worded piece in Nature with the fairly unequivocal title, quote, "Do not edit the human germline," end quote. We proposed that there be an unconditional moratorium. Don't edit human embryos. Don't use edited sperm and eggs to make human embryos, just nothing. We must understand that when we authorize research on human embryo editing, we are enabling ultimately human embryo editing for human enhancement. That's what we're doing. We're putting the recipe out into the world.
The debate that's being had is whether society should go in this direction. Should you be allowed to make a genetic change into the next generation that'll then go on to other generations? The gene pool, like nature itself, is kind of a common good. I used to have a t-shirt and it had a guy that was kind of a DNA spiral, right? But he was the lifeguard and he's blowing a whistle and he says, "Hey, you get out of the gene pool." I love that shirt.